Hey Sens fans, in today's video, the Senstennial crew here of Matt and Other Matt are going to discuss the debut of Ottawa Senators prospect Ridley Greig. And it was definitely a good one. He played almost 14 minutes ice time. He had one assist on the power play, setting up Claude Giroux's goal off the rebound in front. He had 8 shots on net, which is pretty nuts. And he had an extra shot attempt on top of that. Um, he had 3 faceoffs. He only won one of them, but hey, he's a rookie making his debut. I don't expect much. He had a couple of blocks in there, a hit, and 2 takeaways on the night, which is quite impressive. And yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say. He just had a very impressive rookie debut, and he even had a Corsi 4 of 52.6%, which is a positive too. So, Matt, you were actually there in action, witnessing the game live, because sadly I couldn't make it. So, sent my tickets over to Other Matt, and he was able to get all the in person views. So, take it away. What'd you think of Ridley Greig's debut?
I thought from the jump that he looked like he was supposed to be there. I was a bit skeptical with him sort of stepping into a second line role above Pinto, who had already been playing it that most of the season, actually. But as the game started, it showed that he needed to be there, and he really fit on that second line. And I was saying to my buddy Chris, like, it's crazy that his debut, he is playing with Alex DeBrincat and Claude Giroux. Two superstars in the game right now. I immediately noticed him on his first shift. As you said, he read his entire and quite impressive stat line. There was not a point in time where I thought he was missing a step in the game. He was throwing his body around, even despite not being that big a guy. And there were several shot attempts, as you said, but there were good shots too. Um, I think one of the things that really stood out to me was an exceptional back check he had, breaking up a odd man rush and getting the puck before taking out the guy's legs. So it was a really impressive move. He was getting time on PP2, which I thought was really cool as well. And then he was finally rewarded on the hard work with an assist on Claude Giroux's goal for the second goal of the game for the Sens. I liked just about everything about his game. He looked like he deserved to be there, and like, quite honestly, all of the top nine were clicking last night. Even the bottom, the last line as well. Everybody looked good. Joseph didn't look out of place, but Ridley Greig really was the surprise of the game. And my buddy Chris was like, he's getting a point tonight, and sure enough, he did. I I think the whole arena was sort of buzzing when he got his point, when he made that really nice takeaway, as I just said, and he was awarded with third star of the game. It was a great debut for the kid.
Yeah, and he was quite noticeable on TV as well. I mean, when you're playing with DeBrincat and Giroux, you tend to think, oh, okay, one of those guys are going to stand out more than Ridley Greig. I'd say Ridley Greig stood out a lot. Maybe it's because I was just looking for him, but I'd say he stood out the most. Tim Stützle always stands out, and
Yeah.
I think DeBrincat had a good game as well. So I don't know. It was nice seeing that line go to work, and I'm kind of excited to see how they can play against some big divisional opponents in Toronto and Montreal, because those games are coming up, and I don't know. I think he can maybe wreak some havoc, and playing with a couple of guys like DeBrincat and Giroux, that doesn't hurt at all.
No, no, it doesn't. And I think obviously the real test is Toronto, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun in that game for sure.
Yeah, no, I think this was the perfect time of the season to have him come up. Now it's too bad it came up, or he came up on the back of a Josh Norris, re-injury, and now really out for the season, needing to get surgery.
Yeah.
I know that's a whole other can of worms. It's too bad that uh, with the second, third plus opinions he got from doctors that it wasn't recommended that he just get the surgery. I get it. He wanted to come back, play with the team. It sucks that this is why Ridley's getting his opportunity. But at the end of the day, I'm glad he took full advantage of it. Hopefully, he can keep generating some chemistry there. And I think, I mean, okay, I am not at all, for those watching, I am not at all suggesting that Ridley Greig be a trade piece. However, I'm just saying I wonder how much his value increased to both the organization and teams that are looking at him as a trade piece in, like, let's say a larger trade. I wonder how much that game helped him and helped his value. And I would love the Sens to keep Ridley Greig, but it was just, to me, I was like, oh boy, that's like one of those debuts where other teams are like, damn, he was a presence out there. He was very noticeable. And some of them could maybe envision him taking a prominent position in their lineups in the future. So hopefully he doesn't get traded out. I just think that, for those teams that are on the outskirts, lurking around trying to get Dorian to trade for one of their bigger defensemen or something like that, definitely interesting if you look at it from that angle.
It absolutely makes you wonder. I assume the Sens would really like to keep their grimy hands on him, but you never know if a too good to be true trade sort of comes up, anything can happen.
You never know. But anyway, on that note, uh, yeah, really excited for Ridley Gregg, see what he can bring in the future. Fun game to watch. Glad the Sens came out with the win. Hopefully Talbot's not out too long. You never like to see a guy go down with injury. So best luck to him. And also, one thing that we didn't notice off the top of the show, Bob Jones, the Sens assistant coach, was diagnosed with ALS. I thought it was really nice that the team decided to, wear the stickers on the helmets in honor of him for the rest of the season, and let him have a bench position for the game against the Islanders. That was really cool. So best of luck to him in his recovery. And from what I've read, ALS is not a very fun disease to watch one of your family members go through. So hopefully he gets all the support from his family. It's great to see the community come out in support of him. And yeah, best of luck and best wishes to him going forward, because that's always going to be a hard bit of news to get from a doctor. So on that note, thank you to everyone for watching this video. Please remember to vote for us in the best sports podcast category for Faces Magazine Ottawa's 2023 Best of Awards. We'll include the link to that in the description below. You can vote once per day. So please, if you really enjoy our show, continue to vote for us. And if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to grow and bring new content. So we're always looking for some more people to share our stuff with. And you can follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, at Senstennial or the Senstennial. And we'll include all the links to our social medias, both our individual ones and our Senstennial ones, in the description below. So thank you again for watching. Go Sens, go. And let's see how the rest of the season plays out here with Ridley Greig in the lineup.
Thanks, everybody. Go Sens, go.